All right, YouTube, what's going on? We're back with another one. All right, this one is a great one, as all of them, of course. As you know, we talk all about credit in this channel. Okay, so today is how do you improve your credit score and your credit history, right? If you have zero debt and zero credit card, but you have a good income. Why don't we talk about it? All right, so if you have zero debt, you don't have any credit card, any installment debt, but you have a great income. You know, your credit score is at the low 600s, right? How do I improve that score? If that's you, then you want to listen to this. But again, you know, if you like this type of content, please consider subscribe. It would definitely help the channel grow. It would definitely help the information to be spread, right, to other folks. Just a simple like gesture will go a long way. The algorithm loved that. It kind of helped to spread the video to other people. Just as you were able to find this content, someone else will be able to find it as well. Please consider liking or dislike, comment, whatever. I accept them all. Okay, but most importantly, subscribing will do justice to the channel. It will help to grow it greatly. So I appreciate you ahead of time. Okay, so if you have no debt, you have no credit card, and then you have no installment debt, but you have a good income, how do you improve your credit score? If that's you, then I'm going to help you out today. So first thing right off the bat, what you have to understand is that when it comes to credit, right, or this great country that we live in, United States of America, it is designed, the system itself is designed to keep you in debt, right? Because that's what keep the economy moving. That's what keep the economy going. You paying the financial institutions, the banks, the creditors, interest on a monthly basis. It keep them in business. It keep them employing other folks. So you putting food on other people's family mouth. So it's doing a good deed for the country. So the system has been designed for you to be in debt, right? And that's not a bad thing. You just have to learn how to manage the debt. So in this person's case, who has zero debt, has no credit card, have a good income, but the credit score is bad. Why? Because the credit industry itself, there are 5 categories that make up your credit score. There's an algorithm that is used every single month to calculate your score, and it uses 5 categories to do it, right? I've done a video. If you haven't seen it, I went into great detail pertaining to all 5 and breaking down all 5 categories. So if you haven't seen it, please go back and watch it. It should be somewhere on the upper right hand corner, right? But for the purpose of this video, this individual problem is the fact that they have zero debt. One of the 5 category is a mixture of credit. How good of a mixture of credit you have, and that account for 15% of your score, and you could get 82 points on that particular category. So right off the bat, this individual is missing out on 82 points because they do not have any debt. He or she does not have any debt, right? So that's problem number 1, okay? So problem number 2, you have zero credit cards. You have to have credit cards because that is another category that you must have, right? And account for revolving debt, right? In that particular category, which is the utilization category, you could gain 165 points. That is 30% of your credit score, right? You need to have credit cards. What I would recommend, this is just a recommendation, okay? What I would recommend, and I know what's work, is for you to have at least 3 to 4 credit cards. Now, hold on. Most people saying that's too much credit cards, right? And most people are afraid of credit cards, think credit cards are evil. To my personal opinion, being in this industry for so many years and understand how credit works, credit card is by far the best thing that could happen to you, right? You know, somebody's going to give you as much money as possible, and you just have to use it properly and pay them at the end of the month. So it's not a credit card issue. It's a human issue, right? You have to learn how to manage your credit cards, right? In order for you to raise that score, because you have no debt, you are going to have at least to get 3 to 4 credit cards, right? Minimum 3, right? To help you. The higher the limits that you have, the better it is for you towards those points that you are going to need on that particular category. That's the second highest category, 165 points, and they account for 30% of your credit score. All right? So suggestion 2, get you some credit card because you do not have credit cards. That's what's killing your credit score. And then what we want to do once we do get these credit cards, okay, you need to listen. What we need to do is that you need to pay those bills down to 7% of utilization or users, meaning that if you have a 5,000 limit, you need to drop that down. Whatever 7% is of 5,000, drop that down below that 48 hours prior to this billing cycle. Every bill that you have going to have a beginning billing cycle and an end billing cycle. Try to pay it off under 7%. The sweet spot is between 1 to 3%, right? You want to pay it down to that and leave that 1 to 3% carry over to the following month, right? Don't pay it off completely to 0. Most people think this is the greatest thing to do, is to pay down your credit card down to 0 and then wait for next month to use it again. Absolutely not. Remember what I said at the beginning, right? They need to make a little better interest on you, on you, right? It keep the economy going, it keep them employed, it keep them happy. They give you the maximum point. So sweet spot is to leave 1 to 3%, let that carry over, let them make interest of that 1 to 3%, so you could gain the maximum points on that particular category. All right. So, and for that for the purpose of this particular question, you know, how do I improve my credit score without having any debt and have no credit card, but I do have a good income? You also need to add some installment debt, right? What are installment debt? I did another video pertaining to installment debt versus revolving debt, what they are, how you can use them to benefit your credit score, right? If you haven't seen this video, go into my channel, you will be able to watch that video and give you a great detail. Add some installment debt, right? Maybe get yourself a loan. Now hold on, right? Most people say, well, you try to give me so much debt, I don't know what to do. Well, what you can do with that as well, you can actually get you a personal loan. That's a form of installment debt, right? Get you a personal loan, right? And you don't actually have to use the money, right? Get the loan, put it in your account, set up automatic bill pay, right? Where they take the money off your account every single month. Sure, you might gain a little bit of interest, but guess what? On the back end, you are getting all that point. Like I said, on that category, there's 165 points to benefit from. Remember, you in it to build your credit, so whatever it needs to be done, so what, you pay a few dollars of interest, right? But you are going to save it on the back end once you try to get a loan and your credit score is so high, now you're paying very little interest. Trust me, you will make more money in the end than actually make a little bit of money. So get you a little personal loan, like $2,000 loan, $5,000 loan, whatever it may be, right? And don't use the money for personal reason, right? Remember, the key is you want to have installment debt on your credit report because you currently have no debt, right? So put that on an account, set up automatic bill pay, let them take that money straight from that account every single month until you pay it off, right? Or you could just take the rest of the money and pay it off even early. After maybe 6 months to a year of making those payments, just pay it off early. So it can show in your credit report that means you have some installment debt, right? And you paid on time every single month. And on top of it, you finish paying early. That will look amazing on your credit report, right? So those are some things you can do. You have to understand, again, this was a question from a real person who actually reached out and asked for help, right? And for me, is that I thought it would be it would do a good deed to actually, do a video to try to educate as many people as possible. I know there's some people out there who may be in the same exact situation, but didn't know how to move forward, right? But now you know. If you watch this video thoroughly, hopefully I did a good job explaining, not talking a little. I do have the tendency to speak a little fast, and hopefully I kind of slow down so you can understand what I'm saying to you, and hopefully it it resonate with you. So if that's you, watch this video thorough. Now you have something to go off of, but you need to get yourself into some debt. Unfortunately, this is the way the system was built. You and I both can't change that. You just have to use it wisely, and do what is necessary to get your credit score where it needs to go. Because let me tell you, in the next 5-10 years, credit will be everything, if not already. So you have to protect it. So my motto is to get it ready so you don't have to get ready when you need it. The worst thing you can possibly do is to wait until you need your credit, and that's when you try to pay somebody to get it fixed, because it takes time. Trust me, it takes time to get your credit together. Just a few months may not do it, right? You may need more time than that. So if you get it taken care of now, you don't have to worry about it when you need it. All right? Take care.